and they're not actually focused. It's Secret all being pulled back. They're getting the advantage now. Kuro could be next. Lanham slept up, but they should be able to get off the track here. Trying to die quickly. Track gold more and more piling in. eHome found a pretty good fight, and now they hunt for Arteezy, who's dangerously low. Tracked up. Long-range ball. CTY got him. What a pick. Now Lanham backing off onto S4, who quickly tries to turn this one around. TP out, not going to make it. Secret do salvage the fight. They make it a 3-for-2, but when there's track gold in play and when you're that far ahead, well, you can see the results blitz. A 2,500 gold swing, a 2K experience jump. That was so big for eHome.
And the other things that you don't really tangibly see in the stat sheet is 11 Bloodstone charges now on that Storm. It's going to be so much easier for him to force fights because he knows he doesn't have to rely on buyback. The natural Bloodstone timer will help him out so much in these fights, and CTY has to feel so confident because now he's halfway to his Orchid. You've got a level 9 Bounty Hunter. That's not ideal, but you've got a level 11 Phoenix. You've got the Winter Wyvern with the level 2 Winter's Curse, and you finally saw that combination pay off. Arteezy goes for the BKB ultimate. They Winter's Curse him, and then at the same time they drop the egg just 2 seconds later. ROTK, I mean, he made it look close.
ROTK doing the math, like pushing it to the absolute limit. He had like a couple inches left on the paper, and he found a way to scribble in the last numbers required. Barely getting that off, but we do see the potential of the draft. Not just the Winter's Curse into the egg, but the zoning potential of a gyrocopter as well. Discouraging Secret from going in, forcing out the early BKBs, and if they ever have to run, that's where the egg just ruins you as a lineup. And, if eHome can do that from behind, imagine how scary they'll be if they manage to catch up. So Secret slowing down again, going back to the farm game. The other consequence of that fight was they did manage to keep these wards up. Secret have not been dewarding. They've still got the hill ward we saw earlier, one also placed near the bottom rune. And so far up until this point, Secret have been very good at keeping the map dark, but now eHome's starting to get a bit more vision and getting more active out on the map.
CTY is going to feel so confident about this bottom push because of the wards that they have set up. He knows that if anybody rotates in, he sees S4 right there. They have no vision. They have vision over there. They know that Secret have popped most of their smokes, if not all of them. We saw them use 2 in quick succession, so he's probably going to feel really confident just taking the enemy jungle for himself. This is one of my favorite places to see. You know that Secret want to get aggressive in 5-man. Just farm their own jungle because they'll all be grouped up in yours. So this is how CTY is going to get ahead. And I mean, it's just a better playstyle right now, and eventually he will get ahead. He's only 1 level behind the Shadow Fiend, whereas he used to be 3 or 4.
There's no smokes for 4.5 minutes, and Roche is coming up in 2.5. There's going to be a 2-minute window where Secret cannot smoke into the pit, and eHome can if they want, or they can at least sit back and continue farming. But Secret at a pretty big strategic disadvantage for movements around the map. Maybe that's where Zai can find a good opportunity to charge, but no Shadow Blade. He's gone for that utility build, pick up the Vlads, and just trying to buff up Arteezy as much as possible in the fights.
And if you're eHome, you want to take a fight in the Roach pit.
They want Lanham throughout the track. Most likely TPing out. Yeah, he's getting nervous now. And, well, they did get dewarded again, it looks like. They do have the gem now on Puppy. That's going to make things trickier as the game moves along.
The one downside for eHome's lineup is they don't have the medallions, they don't have natural damage dealers, so doing Roshan themselves isn't really a possibility. It's not like they can 5-man smoke in there and do it really quickly. It would take a good 30-40 seconds for them to even get it to killing distance, but Secret, I mean, they don't have that issue. They've got a Viper that can naturally tank it, you've got a medallion on Puppy, and you've got a Shadow Fiend who has that presence of the Dark Lord, so it's a lot easier for them to do it. At the same time, I don't think eHome want to give it up for free. Like, that's their bread and butter, being able to fight in those tight enclosed spaces.
It's so good for Phoenix as well. There's so many good places to put the egg where they're very likely, or the Supernova where they won't have vision.
But CTY just continues to farm out his own jungle now because he realizes that eHome or Secret have actually all rotated down there, and the downside is that Secret have to just bunch up together right now to protect each other.
His score may only be 4-3, but they found Lanham.
You have to pay for it eventually.
The life of a bounty hunter. It's like, hi guys, mercy please. No mercy. You do have to take those risks. Get the wards out and also just be off the map so Secret play a little safe. But CTY, you pointed out he was dying a bit too much, trying too hard to fight. It's now been like 15 minutes maybe, or at least 10 to 12, where he simply has not died, and he's still 4K behind Arteezy, but it feels like one good team fight with a couple track kills, and that's more or less gone. ZYF similarly keeping his own farm up. Secret just not pushing the tempo as much as it felt like they wanted to. They took the Aegis, they got the Boots of Travel. These felt like items ideally designed just to shove all the lanes out and then go for at least pressure on the tier 2 Arax. But now the jump on mid onto RTZ. He's got the BKB. He will pop the Requiem now, and they're forced to turn tail and run. RTK may pay for this with his life, but the call down zones him, slows him down, and backs him off. Puppey there to ensure RTZ doesn't fall. And they do have the tier 1, so actually killing him tough, but forcing out a BKB charge. Still pretty nice here for eHome. It's down to 8 seconds. That's only the second BKB usage of the game.
Yeah, and this is, we've been talking about eHome a lot, but I think Secret are playing this about as well as they can. They're keeping the lanes pushed in. They're picking off heroes that are showing themselves. They're not allowing Lanam to just get map control presence.
They've dewarded him like, I don't know, 8 times this game.
I don't even think they're using... Oh, they actually bought their own gem now.
Yeah, they have their own gem. eHome also picked their own up, but there was a long window there where neither team had a gem.
Yeah, they were just playing the guessing game, and they were doing a good job about it, but... I mean, Secret are just playing patient, especially after that fight in the jungle. Secret realized they are vulnerable. Like, their lineup isn't unkillable by any stretch.
Just walking in.
Oh, they have the medallion now on DDC.
They have the medallion, and they may just know that Secret don't have smokes based on how many they used earlier in the game, but
this ward spots them.
Uh-oh. Well, does it matter? Does Secret actually get here in time? They're starting to bring S4, and they have vision on him, so they know that the rotation's coming. Wildkin Tornado looking to be the MVP. Used to be a big thing in these fights. S4 will be scouted by it, and so Secret really beginning to group up. The BKB of Arteezy is ready. Roche gets pretty dangerously low here, not dead quite yet, and now the jump forward from CTY onto Puppey almost instantly bursts him down, but he does get half slept up by Kuro. Saved for now, mechs up, stays alive, the charge forward, there's the curse, isolating S4, and bringing him down through BKB. Arteezy with his own BKB, but not doing that much damage during this time. Will they be able to hang on and turn this fight? There's no egg mana once again. ZYF getting put under. Arteezy again moving forward. The BKB of ZYF about to wear off. Track is there, but they really used all the resources throughout the Phoenix Egg. How can they hope to fight this? And now they sleep ZYF. They charge it again and club him with the lantern. The jagged glass will ultimately send him back to the well, but he's going to buy back on the gyrocopter, and they really are going to commit everything they've got for this Roshan. They already threw a lot in, and they want to do a little bit more. They know they have the egg available still around the pit. The BKBs from Secret are down, and eHome may end up taking the Roche for free here. Even with the buyback, still a gold win for them. And now they get the prized Aegis onto CTY, who did not die in that fight, and is up to 12 Bloodstone charges, suddenly level 17.
Yeah, this is a ticking time bomb right now for Secret, because every single time they kind of take an even fight but they don't kill that Storm Spirit, they have to be so worried. So that Bloodstone counter is getting quite high. He's got 1,200 gold on top of that, and Lanam is finally getting near that level 2 track, but in Secret, the main problem there, I think, was that they showed themselves on the map. They knew that Kuro was pretty far away using this ward. They actually mass pinged him. They're like, go on S4 right now. We don't have to do the Roshan. Just take the 4v5 fight. Then we'll do the Roche. We have the dire side advantage, and this is the real strength of being on the dire side and doing Roshan. You can buy back and get there incredibly fast. I think the only person on Team Secret with Boots of Travel is Arteezy, and even then, you've only got that tier 2 bottom to GP2. You're not going to be there in time to contest it.
And we also saw the power of not having smokes as well as the track. They had a track on S4 off the bat, so they knew he was coming in. And they also, it seemed like, just knew that Secret wouldn't be able to smoke into the pit at all. So maybe they could have gotten a better jump, but wasn't really the case. And that was a fight without a Phoenix ultimate. No Supernova there. Could have been very scary for Secret if he had mana. And it's getting to the point where RTK he's really crippled in this regard. But onto the middle lane, there's the jump on Puppey. The silence is there for the Arcane defensive sleep. Kuro was looking for it, but he couldn't quite get it off. Now they want to take this fight. They bait out the egg off the bat, but the Wizard's curse prevents them from killing it. And now Secret gets it back. The egg's gonna go off. They're blasting him with the Phoenix Ray and forcing S4 off of the fight. Arteezy has Requiem mana though. BKB starting to wear off. Can they turn this one around? He gets the first kill on RTK. He looks for more, but he's too low. They laid into him. Kept under. Stays alive. DDC with the big bailout. And eHome hunting Secret down. They've almost got S4 as well. He's gonna die again. The lone survivor, Arteezy Shadow Feed. The combo just so strong for eHome.
I just want to point out that shuriken toss from Lanam. He throws it at one target. 4 others are tracked up. It bounces around. Finally snipes Bane at the end of it. And what a dominant fight for eHome. They don't even lose the Aegis there.
He actually did more damage than anyone except for his own gyrocopter. That's with a full duration Phoenix Egg going off. A storm in the fight. Oh, jeez.
He played that so well, and CTY all the way up to 13 Bloodstone charges. They're even going to take that tier 2 tower, even though it's denied. It's just the momentum shift. You can feel that eHome, they know they're ahead now in this game. Even if everything doesn't reflect it, they know the momentum is in their favor. They've got the late game items. Eventually, Arteezy's going to have to replace that mech. You've got a BKB that's only 6 seconds now, and you don't really have the best way to deal with the winner's curse.
And now they're looking for the insurance policy as well, stacking up the Ancients. It's still relatively early here, 33 minutes in. We've only gotten into the mid-game at this point. ZYF has completed his MKB. This is despite the buyback around the Roche pit. He still managed to cobble that together. CTY also getting close to his next big item, up to nearly 2k gold. And well, you just look at the way these teams came into this tournament. With eHome, a team that had to make it through the qualifier, they ultimately took down CDEC rather convincingly. There's the jump, gigantic leap forward, looking for the solo pick on Zai mid lane. I don't think he gets this one, though. In fact, he's slept. He could be gripped here and turned against. He has the Aegis, though. Do you want to commit that much just on an Aegis? Secrets say no, we don't. But yeah, Blitz, you come back to the way these teams got here, and eHome, it looked like they might even go into the lower bracket going into the last day, but they got the wins they needed, and here they are, coming back versus Secret on the main stage in Key Arena. Still an even game in terms of gold and experience, but even, as you've been saying, feels good for eHome.
Yeah, 2,500 is the mark that they're behind right now, but again, you want to be in this type of situation where the mech doesn't really add too much to Secret's lineup anymore, and the supports that they have are not nearly as effective as the ones that eHome has.
And you can see the farm starting to kick in on these supports. You look at DDC, who's now, in terms of net worth, topping the support farm chart and starting to close in on Zai's offlane Spirit Breaker. He's got a Glimmer Cape, a Solar Crest. This Storm, this Gyrocopter are going to get so much harder to kill, and we saw last fight, as always, the power of a Winter Wyvern to just cold embrace a teammate in the fight. They couldn't scratch him.
But Arteezy, he's still got a monster amount of farm right now. We shouldn't discount that, even though he
Home of the Dominator. This is going to be a 6-slot SF if this game goes on 10-15 minutes.